Welcome to the Mod Squad, where we're just a group of friends talking about anything pop culture and bandbox related. I'm your host, Kevin. Joining me as always is Carrie,
Yo.
Felix,
Stop.
and today we have joining us the ultra talented, the uber spectacular Beth the Chalk Girl from Bandbox.
Hi
How are you
guys.
doing today, Beth?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing
We're
pretty
doing all right.
good.
I gotta,
Beth, go.
I gotta ask off the top, like I always do. How long did it take you to sign 2,500 art prints?
That's an excellent question. I think it was 3 solid days of signing, like 12 hours a day kind of deal, just because I thought they needed them back ASAP. And like they were cool with it no matter when they came. But at the same time, I was like, gotta get them done, gotta get them done. And you might have seen my signature is a little crazy. So it took a while.
I liked it.
I love
you
your
did-
signature, by the way.
Thank you.
It's-
Thank you.
It's like, because you see some that are just like little scribbles. And so, but when I saw yours, I was like, whoa. So kudos to the, on your
Oh,
autograph.
thanks.
For anybody who does not know, Beth was in the Gamer Box with the Ratchet and Clank art print that I have behind me right here. So that actually for the Gamer Box, that has been one of my favorite prints that's been in there. And I'm not
Yep.
even playing about that. I love the texture that you got, and your medium is chalk, basically all chalk, right?
Yeah, totally. Sidewalk chalk, like whatever you guys played with as kids, maybe on the sidewalk or driveway. That's
just
exactly it.
regular old chalk then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you get, because I was looking at some of your other work, how do you get where it looks like you can literally see each hair, on things? How, I mean,
You make individual hairs.
like you can, I mean, it looked like an ultra, like if you're watching, a Disney movie on, 4K. You saw really nice. I kept telling Kevin, so it's chalk. It's all done in chalk. Are you sure it's not all done in chalk? How can it be all done in chalk? You know what I mean? It's just, it's awesome. I don't know how you do it, but it's really nice.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That was one of the big things that they requested when they asked for Ratchet and Clank specifically. I have another picture that I did of Detective Pikachu, and they were like, we need you to make Ratchet and Clank, but like the one that I did of Detective Pikachu and all fuzzy and everything. And I was like, okay, we'll try it.
Sweet. Well, I actually read somewhere where you got your start because you were home one summer from college, where I think you went to college in Chicago for film and video, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And you decided to draw on the sidewalk or on somewhere the first Harry Potter book.
Yes.
And that's where Six Flags saw that and they contacted you.
You're very close. You're 99% right. A plus. I went to audition with them just because I wanted to be part of their entertainment division, and I just happened to have a picture of that Harry Potter drawing from my driveway, as well as I had done one of like a whole bunch of Pixar characters, and they saw that and they thought we could make this a thing for kids. Like you could draw the outline of Bugs Bunny and they could fill it in. And I said, sure, why not? And so that, I think it took them about a week, but they made the position for me, which was really cool. So I spent 5 summers just drawing the Warner Brother characters, the Justice League, and some of the Hanna-Barbera characters on the Midway every single day. And then at night it would get washed off and then I do a new one the next day.
Oh, so you had to do one every day?
Every day.
How'd you feel about it getting washed off?
That's what I was
after all
going to
that work?
ask. I'm like,
I mean, I knew going into the job that was going to happen. For pieces like the Joker one that you see behind Felix. It's that one I was a little sad to see go, but then there would be simple ones of Daffy Duck or Porky Pig or something, and I was like, it's okay, like it's just a cartoon. But
this one was one of the ones that got washed off then?
yeah.
Oh.
I seen that you says you guys are working on something to put over the chalk, so it someone can't just drive on it or rub up against it for it to come off. Have you found the item yet, or the mixture, or have you found what
We
you use?
We are so incredibly close, and we have actually sealed. If you go through our collection of prints, you'll see a Wonder Woman picture that I did right after the first movie came out. And we have sealed that picture. Like, I can take my hand and like scrape down the side and nothing smudges. We found a sealant after testing probably 60 or 70 different aerosols that we just test after test after test. And this one seems to work really well. We're still a little wary because obviously it hasn't had a lot of time to hang out in somebody's home. Like, we're testing the longevity of it. And it hasn't really been in sunlight either. Sunlight's always a big thing when it comes to certain UV colors or colors that might be affected by the sunlight. So we are so close, and I'm really hoping this year to start every picture that I've done, probably like 95 of them, are just rolled up in my basement right now. So we're going to try to get rid of some of that and start selling the originals. And we're hoping that sealant will help us do that.
Awesome. That's awesome. Wonder Woman is one of my favorite characters. So Superman. I mean,
Awesome.
I've seen some of your artwork on there.
Were you ever in a position where you were like almost done with a piece and someone just comes in and accidentally rubs up against it?
The pictures that I sell currently, nobody really touches those except for my husband and I. Like, those, I'll do them at conventions. I typically, when I go to a comic convention, I'll draw one picture a day and then I just roll it up and take it home, kind of thing. So nobody else really has the opportunity to do that.
It doesn't wipe off or anything?
No, we cover it in painter's plastic, and so it doesn't really, like, it's more of a slippery surface against the painter's plastic than it would be like a friction surface to rub anything away. So the Leia picture that we have, we've taken to probably 10 to 15 different conventions, and it still looks as good as the day I drew it. So we just have to be careful. Water is not our friend. But nobody's ever deliberately come up and like hit it or whacked it, or no.
I seen in one of your interviews you were saying, though, if that ever, even for using chalk, it's easier to fix mistakes because you can just wipe it off and continue with that. So I'm assuming it's basically the same way if someone did do that. I'm sorry, I just can't get over the chalk.
No, it's okay. It's not one of the mediums you see typically at a convention, so people are super fascinated with it, and I love that part. I love explaining all of that, and you're totally right. Like, nobody would just come up and kind of smudge it. And even if they did, I could fix it. It's pretty darn easy. I went to a school last year and did a demo. And for the Thanos picture, I drew like a really dark purple line across the light blue sky. And the teacher that I was talking to like flipped out. And I was like, see, but I can fix it. I can show you how I fix it. I think he had a heart attack. It was, it was great.
Well, speaking of conventions, I've also seen pictures of you with some celebrities. What has been your favorite celebrity that has come to take a picture with you in front of your artwork?
Wow, that's a hard question. Holy cow. I think just from the shock and awe factor, the very first one was Stephen Amell. And it was our very first convention. We were flying by the seat of our pants. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't even, like, people were asking us questions like, how are you going to get that home? I had an 8 by 9 foot drawing on the floor, and we were like, we don't know. So it was our very first kind of deep dive into the convention world. And the fact that he saw it that weekend and took a photo with it will forever, like, it jump-started my chalk girl career, basically. He posted a picture of it on Instagram and tagged me in it. And my follower count went from 75 to 1,500 overnight. And it was just like, thank you, awesome. Stephen Amell. It was so crazy.
True star power.
So crazy. Right? Yeah, for real. And like, for the good of the little guy, you know, when the big guys stand up for the little guys, like, the world is just a tiny bit better. Like, that was a excellent day.
Awesome. What's easier for you, on the floor or on up on the canvas type?
Up on a canvas, definitely, if I'm standing up. So I, really quick, I was actually in the hospital this year because I pulled something in my back from years and years and years of sitting in a certain position on the ground. So I will not be doing that anymore. I will be standing upright for pretty much the rest of my artistic life. And so, yes, we figured out, we jerry-rigged a folding table on a ladder, and that's what we do at conventions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got a question from Hannah from the bandbox, actually. You may have worked with her.
This is so cool.
Yeah. She wants to know, what is your favorite horror genre? What's your favorite horror icon? Franchise, your favorite horror franchise.
Oh, make it good. I'm assuming it's a potential, what's it called?
I have a feeling that's where it's going too. It's funny that you ask that. I've for 10 years, and so I'm fully aware of all of the genres of horror and what everybody loves and everything. But I have to tell you, I'm not a super big horror person. I think the creepiest and kind of quirkiest I get is like Pan's Labyrinth is my favorite movie for a really long time. I don't know if you can qualify that as a horror movie, but it's still kind of scary. I haven't watched many scary movies. I love Zombieland, but like I don't watch Jason. Yeah, I don't watch Jason. I don't watch Freddy. I don't really watch any of that stuff. So I know how to do the makeup, but I don't watch them.
So we'll say zombies or Dawn of the Dead.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And I totally like, as long as I have a picture of something, I can draw it, but I won't be able to answer questions about the film or anything.
Walking Dead. Hannah, do it. Walking Dead.
I've done Walking Dead. I have a Daryl picture and I have a Negan picture. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is awesome. Didn't you met somebody from The Walking Dead, but it was from a picture of Guardians of the Galaxy, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
I met Michael Rooker.
Yes,
Mm.
I do believe I've seen a picture.
Carrie loves that. She's a huge fan, Michael Rooker fan. She was jealous of that.
Really?
No.
No.
I'm sorry.
There's a separate story that goes along with that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, he's a really great guy, Michael Rooker, just in general, not in zombie makeup, not as Yandu, just Michael Rooker. He's a really great guy.
Awesome. So your work is basically all in chalk. Have you ever thought about branching out to other mediums?
I actually do acrylic paintings. Those are a little more far and few between. They take a lot longer, but I do love doing acrylic mediums. I've dipped my toes into pretty much everything. I do a little bit of airbrush. I do colored pencil. I just did my first colored pencil commission and it didn't turn out too bad. But yeah, I do a whole bunch of different stuff. If you come see me at a convention, you might just see one of the acrylics that I have with me.
Awesome. Speaking of conventions, I know that things are almost trying to get back to normal. Do you have anything on the book, anything coming up that we should be aware of?
As much as I would love to say yes, everything from last year that got bumped to this year is now being rearranged for 2022 and or later this year, like fall or winter. And that's always hard. Especially like a lot of these conventions are trying to reschedule for December. So we'll just see what happens. We're just kind of riding the tidal wave with everyone else. And hopefully fingers crossed, we can all be back in the same convention hall again, celebrating our geekdom together.
Hopefully, because I'm a convention guy too. I love going to conventions.
I miss them so much.
And I can't wait.
Hopefully when they come back, you'll be doing Orlando, because that's where my main one I like to go into.
Which one is that?
Orlando MegaCon. Orlando.
Oh, okay. I'll have to write that down.
There you go. Well, I don't believe I have any more questions.
I got a couple of rapid fire ones just to get to know you as a person a little more.
Sure.
DC, Marvel.
Oh, Marvel.
PS4, Xbox.
Xbox.
Coke, Pepsi.
No carbonated drinks for me.
Way to go right there. Water. And
Water.
Android or iOS?
iOS.
And just because we were discussing it just before we called you, mild cheddar cheese or sharp cheddar cheese?
Sharp cheddar cheese. I'm from Wisconsin. Excuse me. Sharp cheddar cheese. And if you can get like an extra flavor in there, like mix it with bacon or mix it like a hickory smoked cheddar cheese, like.
Well, see, I can settle for sharp if it's got bacon in it. For sure.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right, Beth, where can people find you at?
They can find me all over the social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at Twitch, all under the name The Chalk Girl. My website is adventuresofchalkgirl.com, but most of my posts and stuff happen on social media. So hit me up there.
All right, we'll
And we'll
definitely
put
put the
links
links in
down.
the, yeah. All right, so
description.
that does it for this episode of the Mod Squad and special guest Beth the Chalk Girl. So for Carrie and Felix and Beth, I'm Kevin saying keep on bamming, bammers.
Stay golden.
See ya.
Bye.